Another day, another story. Once upon a time, there was a baker named Michael who owned a small bakery in a quaint little town. He was known throughout the town for his delicious baked goods and his cheerful personality. Michael loved nothing more than to bake, and he put his heart and soul into every creation that came out of his oven. One day, Michael received some devastating news. His wife, who had been battling cancer, had passed away. Michael was devastated. He felt like a part of him was missing, and he couldn't imagine how he was going to continue living without his beloved wife by his side. The days passed, and Michael struggled to find the motivation to get out of bed and go to work. He would sit in his bakery, staring at the empty display cases, feeling lost and alone. One day, a young girl walked into the bakery. She was about 10 years old and had a bright smile on her face. She told Michael that she had heard about his bakery and had come to try his famous cinnamon rolls. Michael tried to smile and greet her, but his heart wasn't in it. The girl noticed that Michael seemed sad and asked him what was wrong. Michael opened up to her and told her about his wife's passing. The little girl listened patiently and then said, "My mom died too, but I know she would want me to keep smiling and to do things that make me happy. I think your wife would want the same for you." Michael was touched by the girl's kind words, and he realized that she was right. His wife had always encouraged him to pursue his passion for baking, and he knew that she wouldn't want him to give up now. The little girl asked Michael if he would teach her how to bake, and he agreed. As they worked together, Michael began to feel a sense of peace that he hadn't felt since his wife's passing. He could feel his love for baking and his wife's spirit coming alive within him once again. The little girl continued to visit Michael's bakery, and soon they were baking together regularly. The townspeople noticed a change in Michael's demeanor, and they began to frequent his bakery more often. Michael had found a new purpose in life, and he was determined to make his wife proud by continuing to bake and share his creations with the world. As time passed, Michael became known as the baker with a heart of gold. His bakery became a gathering place for the community, and people would often stop by just to say hello and chat with him. One day, a woman walked into the bakery with tears in her eyes. She told Michael that her husband had recently passed away, and she didn't know how to move forward. Michael listened to her story and then offered to teach her how to bake. She accepted, and soon they were baking together, just like Michael and the little girl had done. As they worked, Michael shared his story with the woman, and she was touched by his kindness and resilience. She realized that if Michael could find a way to continue living after losing his wife, then maybe she could find a way to move forward too. Over time, Michael's bakery became a place of healing for those who were struggling with loss or other challenges in life. Michael had found a way to turn his pain into something beautiful, and in doing so, he had inspired others to do the same. The moral of the story is that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope. Sometimes, all it takes is a little kindness from a stranger to remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. And sometimes, it takes a simple act of baking to help us find our way back to joy and purpose. Michael learned that even though his wife was no longer with him physically. Thanks for watching.
If you like the video, then subscribe our channel and like the video and stay connected with us to watch more such videos.